Thank you, Stefan. Thank you, Anil, for your energetic and warm welcome. Capgemini and Adobe have shared a great partnership. And hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Hope you're all feeling great today and able to see my screen. I'm very happy to be part of Adobe DITAWORLD 2021. Thank you all for this opportunity to share Capgemini's story of intelligent industry and engineering content. It may sound a bit funny today. 15 years ago, during my initial project days at Capgemini, my day would begin with collecting volumes of paper documents from store for knowledge transfer and transition. Wow, world has really changed and drastically changed. And thanks for that. Today, I feel especially proud to talk to you about the most happening industry, intelligent industry. In the beginning, I will introduce you to the intelligent industry as we see it in Capgemini, progressively talk about its impact and vision around engineering, research, and innovation fields. And in the end, talk about intelligent engineering content and few technologies that are likely to reshape this space soon. Let me start with few words about Capgemini Group, who we are. I know this slide is text rich. I will go slow, maybe pause for a few seconds for you to read some of its content. Broadly, Capgemini is a global leader with 270,000 talents across 50 countries, delivering digital transformation fueled by cloud, data, AI, 5G connectivity, and edge computing. Giving few more seconds for you. I now move on to the next slide. Capgemini is pioneering intelligent industry thanks to our complete integration with Altron. We are today the only global provider that has both depth of product engineering knowledge and breadth of ability to master data, and also capability to deploy technology at scale. We therefore are able to help our clients innovate and differentiate in this dynamic space. Let's try to understand about intelligent industry. In this small session on intelligent industry, I would introduce you to intelligent industry. What are the wow factors of the intelligent industry? What are some of the driving, drivers for these new possibilities? What's Capgemini's triple play framework? And what's Capgemini's execution strategy for intelligent industry? Let me talk about intelligent industry. Intelligent industry is throwing up entirely new dimension of opportunities. At its simplest, intelligent industry means harnessing the power of data to foster innovation, make new and differentiated smart products, improve supply chains, create new customer experiences, and deliver new source of value. This is stated to be $500+ billion industry. A paradigm shift that can be envisaged is you and I want solutions to our problems and not products to be sold today. So what does this mean to the manufacturing enterprises? It means they need to move from mass manufacturing to mass customization. Industries will now be forced from being a product seller to a solution provider to their customers. Now, what are the driving forces for these new possibilities? Intelligent industry is accelerating now thanks to the combination of factors shown on the slide. An avalanche of new technologies means digital technologies are rewriting the rules of how physical and virtual products are manufactured and what can be done even after they are manufactured. Technologies such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, 5G, cloud and edge computing, blockchain, IoT are just few examples. The customer expectations are changing. So what are the new customer expectations? People want to use the product today and not own them. Have the products hyper personalized to their needs and also with supporting processes that are simple to use. All of us know post-COVID intensity, how the world has changed. COVID period was a game changer in some sense. There is a greater competition amongst incumbent industrial players, and the competition is more intense today because the players are coming to know that the competition, the rivals, not only emerge from within their sectors, but outside of their sectors too. In the new world, customers now want to enjoy the experiences that are greener, environmentally friendly, and more sustainable. Hence, there's far more focus on having the greener solutions from the customers. So now let's look at how Capgemini is preparing itself with a framework for intelligent industry to address such needs. Capgemini has created a triple play framework to address this intelligent industry needs. While you see the text on the slide that summarizes the framework in a very nice way, let me take few minutes to explain different topics mentioned on this slide. Intelligent industry leverages data and people to make intelligent products and systems, intelligent operations, and intelligent support and services. So how do you understand intelligent products and systems? With products and systems now being smart and connected, they can be continuously improved. Thanks to real-time feedback, this means there will be more uptime, greater uptime, reduced cost, and improved efficiency. Talking about intelligent operations, it is the transformation of traditional operations into intelligent manufacturing operations and supply chains through digitalization, automation, and extensive use of data. Understanding intelligent support and services means by connecting all and every product digitally, support and service departments can now be seen from being cost centers to customer experience ambassadors. Now let's understand how the actual unlocking of data through the value chain happens. This happens through digital insight, digital continuity, and digital convergence. These terms may be new to some of you. Let me explain these terms in a little more detail. Digital insight is how we refer to the process of making everything associated with industrial processes and production smart. Technologies such as semiconductors, sensors, and softwares, and embedded products, assets, and services help in calculating and generating the data. One simple example in this aspect could be a connected car that embodies all the terms that are explained for digital insight. Digital continuity is when a full or a partial virtual model or simulation of a physical object can be created at any time of the object's life cycle. What comes to your mind when we talk about an example for digital continuity? Okay, I could say simple digital twin of a physical object could be a good example to understand digital continuity. Let's understand what does digital convergence means. Digital convergence refers to when the business systems and the engineering and manufacturing systems get closer thanks to IT, the coming together of information technology and operational technologies. Having understood the Capgemini's triple play framework for the intelligent industry, let's have quickly a look at the Capgemini's execution strategy for the intelligent industry. As you see on the slide, in addition to the framework that we discussed earlier, Capgemini has a ready execution strategy to address the needs of intelligent industry. Capgemini has unique combination of technology implementation at global scale, deep product engineering abilities, and extensive domain and industry knowledge. Knowing the specific of our clients' businesses, activities, and processes. For instance, we master how a car, a train, or a plane is built, and then envision what is possible once data and the correct infrastructure are implemented. Thus, by bringing these aspects of knowledge and global expertise together, we will accelerate three big changes: digital insight, digital continuity, and digital convergence, which will then drive the intelligent industrial transformation. With this, we now come to the next session of engineering, research, and innovation. In this session, we'll talk about how intelligent industry is solving the problems of engineering, research, and innovation, how intelligent industry is going to impact, disrupt the engineering today, the research and innovation fields today, and make it more futuristic. Let's talk about the engineering, research, and innovation challenges today, which can be addressed by intelligent industry. I'm sure this slide and the terms mentioned in this slide are familiar to many of you. Let's jointly see how each one of them are being addressed by intelligent industry. When we think about requirement of differentiated products, hyper-personalization for consumers and mass customization at scale for enterprise are the two big advantages brought in by intelligent industry to solve this problem of creating differentiated product. Let's see in the space of innovation in business and revenue models, how does intelligent industry help? As intelligent industry is powered by data and continuous data flow through the product's useful life, it fosters innovation with creation of as a service business model and creation of new revenue streams. When we think about sustainable industrial footprint, intelligent industry enables better data and application of IT at scale that creates productive use of fewer resources, lesser waste, and a true cradle-to-cradle product life cycle, ultimately resulting in economy and sustainability. It's very simple to understand about agility and efficiency. From what we have seen, through intelligent industry, we can have fully connected supply chains and service management that provides greater agility and efficiency. Another important factor is zero distance. How does intelligent industry bring in the zero distance between customers and enterprises? Intelligent industry enhances the ability to see real-time fixing, thereby how the customers is using products and also helping to produce better versions. In a nutshell, it supports zero distance between companies, product users, and their end users where possible, improving the overall connectivity, and customer satisfaction. In the end, talking about accelerating the autonomous journey, intelligent industry accelerates moving from automation to autonomous operation through data-driven architectures, robotics, AI, ML at scale, leading to better productivity, predictability, and flexibility in operations. With having understood that the challenges of engineering research and innovation are getting addressed by intelligent industry, now let's have a look at how the engineering is getting disrupted through intelligent industry. From what we've discussed earlier, you can imagine a huge transformation in the engineering triggered by intelligent industry in the areas of manufacturing, software product engineering, and support services. Companies will bring greater focus on adopting digital technologies for digitizing the key industrial parts of their business in the cyber physical world using more embedded software, data, artificial intelligence, and new generation wireless connectivity. Software product engineering will lead accelerated development of disruptive software products thanks to technologies like IoT sensors, cheap storage capability, high computing power, etc. In terms of the product support and transformation, we see or we can visualize more outcome-based business models driven by IP partnerships, intelligent automation, and industrialized models. Let's quickly have a look at how the disruption will happen in research and innovation fields. As you see on the screen, I've mentioned areas of how does future mobility look, future of network, compute, future of healthcare, future of manufacturing, and future of engineering look like. Research and innovation will see in future huge disruption across all industry sectors. What we saw, what we visualized, what we thought earlier was a fiction is now turning into a reality. Let me paint a picture for you in terms of mobility, network computation, and healthcare. When you talk about future of mobility, you could imagine research and innovation will be in the area of accelerating the future of flight, multimodal transports, shared mobility, and last mile logistics by realizing the vision of safer, collaborative, and autonomous vehicles for sustainable urban supercities. When you think about
Chidanand, one question.
Sorry.
There's this blue jeans bar at the bottom of your screen. Can you? There's a small hide button. Can you click that one once you're on full screen?
Is it okay now?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Stefan. Thank you. I was talking about how research and innovation will bring the disruption in the network and compute. We can imagine that the areas will develop in eliminating the constraints on compute, network, and storage for the next generation of immersive experiences, and hence help us imagine the final frontiers of the space economy. Let me just give a simpler common example in the healthcare. We can imagine easily that the healthcare will move towards, the research in the healthcare will move towards development of technology platforms for digital therapeutics, predictive medicine that revolutionize the way we cure and treat disease by considering variability in genes, lifestyles, responses to therapies, etc. With this, coverage on engineering, research, and innovation fields, Let's now in this session narrow down on engineering content. Let's see how intelligent industry is going to impact the engineering content very specifically. In this session, I will be talking about three aspects. One is how the how the engineering content is getting created and consumed through the digital cycle. That's digital continuity. How the content is going to be seen as intelligent and agile, and subsequently talk about technologies and some examples. Let's now look at how this slide is slightly rich in graphics, and diagram looks a little complicated, but I'm sure I will explain few elements on the slide and you'll be able to connect the blocks very easily. Digital continuity is emerging as the backbone for supporting the convergence of physical and virtual world in the intelligent industry. MBSE, model-based system engineering, it captures the requirements and establishes traceability via FLP, meaning functional, logical, and physical dimensions. CAD and PLM provide design and definition data. The digital continuity establishes connectivity between MBSE and PLM through digital thread, meaning actual application integration. The data will flow from PLM to digital manufacturing for planning and simulation. MES applications along with ERP will follow through this digital thread all the way to aftermarket. Essentially, digital continuity becomes a pipe to carry the information right from requirement stage to manufacturing to service, and integrates technical and business processes that surround the physical object from enterprise to end user. I hope now you are able to visualize how digital continuity is ushering a new dimension of engineering content being created and consumed across the digital life, the life cycle. Moving on to the next slide, we saw the digital continuity is driving the engineering content to be real-time and contextual to users. Some of the hidden expectations of this content will be, it has to be modular, structured, semantically enriched, and supporting applications for specific usage scenarios. Essentially, it has to be intelligent. This intelligent content is easily accessible, easy to navigate, and more interactive format that can provide context-sensitive, targeted information through snippets, videos, AR-enabled graphics, or even in virtual kind of environment. You see now there's a greater demand of the engineering content to be intelligent in various dimensions. Moving on to the next slide, in addition to being intelligent, the content is expected to be agile for engineering content. The word agility in the engineering content traditionally meant it is created concurrently right from the design and continues to be evolved during the product life cycle. In the intelligent industry context, the data play becomes multifold as well as concurrent due to the triple play of three streams. Number one, 3D design data coming from PLM, operational data from sensors flowing to platforms during intelligent manufacturing and supply chains, service data coming from smarter autonomous products, and providing real-time feedback. You see the complexity and hence the demand for highest level of agility. Intelligent content management, as you must have heard from Anil earlier, is a great asset. And now Thanks to such intelligent content management system, it is possible to dispense this agile content in multiple formats as per customer experience needs simultaneously. That's the beauty of such an intelligent content management system. Let's now move on to the next session, wherein I will talk about certain select technologies that will now drive and deliver this engineering content. And I will also discuss few examples of how we have partnered with our client to realize the end applications using these technologies. This is the easy slide. As you see, with advancements in the technological landscape, the engineering content creation and consumption pattern has completely changed. In our view, the primary technologies which will soon disrupt engineering content space are as shown on the slide. Intelligent automation will deliver scale and industrialization. Artificial intelligence solution will provide speed and accuracy to the engineering content. Immersive technologies will provide interactive and engaging customer-rich experiences. Today, all these technologies are at various maturity levels and getting adopted by industries in different magnitudes. At Capgemini, we have started to partner with our clients to deliver engineering content using all these three technologies. Let me take you through some examples in different sectors like space, aeronautics, and life science. Let me start with an example on aeronautics. Engineering impact analysis is a very critical activity in the content creation, and it is time consuming, business rule driven, and involves analysis of multiple reports. By adopting intelligent automation, leveraging UiPath technology, we are able to automate more than 20 business rules, resulting in saving up to 60% of the effort and achieving 100% quality. Let me talk about second example on artificial intelligence. The allowable damage limits that we call ADLs on different structural components of an aircraft are represented with 16 different hatching patterns, which are very complex in the engineering drawing. We adopted artificial intelligence using deep learning concept for the development of a tool using Python scripting. What we achieved was the hatching pattern, which was manually intensive verification task, was reduced significantly. Not only that, it brought speed and accuracy. So we were able to achieve 100% quality using AI for such activities. On a different sector, talking about healthcare, there was a long gestation period to train the technician on a complex medical equipment. And our client always had to deploy highly skilled resources to interpret service manuals with volumes of text and graphics. We partnered with them and created a modular 3D interactive experience, immersive experience with full set of pre and post service instructions using augmented reality concept. This helped not only our client, who was a partner in this, also their end customers in the field, and resulted in a customer delight both on the field and the end user experience. Moving on, we now reach the concluding part. I would like to take few minutes here to summarize what we have discussed and what you have seen during this presentation. We saw in the beginning, we talked about introduction to intelligent industry, how the intelligent industry is disrupting and bringing a new dimension. What are the drivers for this intelligent industry? And we also got a glimpse of Capgemini's triple play framework and execution strategy to address the intelligent industry needs. Subsequently, we focused on understanding engineering and research and innovation challenges and how they're getting addressed easily, more in a nice way by the intelligent industry, and how subsequently these solutions are also kind of disrupting engineering, research, and innovation across different industries, different sectors within, and making them futuristic. We then went through emergence of digital continuity as the backbone for new engineering content creation and consumption, that is intelligent and agile. Further down, we saw how technologies like intelligent automation, artificial intelligence, and immersive technologies are set to deliver the intelligent engineering content today and tomorrow. Let me leave you with some key takeaways on the screen. I will read them through with you so you get more familiar. Abundance and convergence of technologies is shaping the new industrial intelligent world. This is triggering the transformation of traditional products and systems, operations, and support services into being intelligent ones. Engineering content is becoming intelligent and agile with digital continuity across the product lifecycle. We definitely are in the next generation of engineering content creation and consumption practices. Intelligent engineering content will play a key role in realizing the promise of the intelligent industry. I did like to end with final statement. All of us in the room today can surely be proud of being in the intelligent content world and hence being a key players in realizing the promise of intelligent industry. Thank you very much for patient hearing. And here is wishing everyone a very successful Adobe DITAWORLD 2021 and a great conference day ahead for all of you. Thank you again.
Thanks a lot, Chidanand. I don't see many questions in the chat. There were a couple of questions about the acronyms that you were using, like PLM and ERP and NBSE and so on. But we already shared down answers in the chat.
Okay, Stephen. I tried to address them. I knew that some of them will be rich in the engineering domain, and I try to address them as much as possible, Stephen. Yeah.
Sure. Okay, let's see if there are some more questions. I don't see any. Did I miss one question, maybe, Matt?
You know, I didn't see a lot of questions other than some of the specific vocabulary terms, but I'd love to hear a little bit more about what Capgemini is doing and you know, what their business model is and how that relates to some of the folks that we have here. You know, what can the people that are here look to Capgemini to help them with?
Matt, Capgemini is now betting on this intelligent industry. You know, in short, for the years, and it's a big bet, and we have wealth of knowledge from experts on intelligent industry, and you will see a lot of information flowing from the group. And we have the intelligent industry SMEs talking to the market in different sectors and communicating as to various business transformations that are possible through this new dimension. So my suggestion is, people who are interested to know more, kindly, contact Capgemini group, see the information already posted on our group about intelligent industry, And if there are specific problems that they want to solve and partner with Capgemini, they're most welcome, and we'll put them to the right people to address such problems.
Excellent.
Thanks. And we still have about 15 minutes until the next presentation starts, so we can do a little bit of chatter. What would you say are or what you see in the practice of consulting and implementation? What do you see are the biggest challenges that most companies are facing when it comes to the topic of digitalization and digitalizing business processes and digital content production and digital content distribution?
So, Stephen, your question is packed with a lot of information wanting.
Okay,
what
would you say are the biggest challenges that a lot of companies are facing today when it comes to digitalization?
So one is the traditional way that, the simplest thing to understand, Stefan, is that, today most of the companies are still traditional in the infrastructure way. In terms of movement to the new world, they need to really do the transformation, take that transformation step. I think that's the biggest challenge, to accept that, you are not there and you want to do the transformation. I think that's the biggest challenge. And if you overcome that challenge, I think, you will see that, companies, enterprises will partner with the right people and, take steps to move there. I think that's what I feel is the bottleneck today. Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah.
And but when you think of Industry 4.0 scenarios, we had some interesting presentations in the last years from HOMAG, big wood machine manufacturer, wood processing machine manufacturer. We had a great presentation from Bo Jensen from Grundfos last year in October. How they use technical information and technical content also in Industry 4.0 scenarios. So HOMAG, for example, was giving an example where they have maintenance information in the technical documentation in the data topic, and the machine that is standing on the customer side, these machines pull out the information when the machine has to be maintained from the data topic, where this information is already present as an information. And they do that through APIs and SAP and connecting it with Adobe. Do you see that a lot of companies are going that way to create intelligent content that can be used not only, like Anil was telling in the welcome note, not only consumed by human beings, but also maybe consumed by both, by machines and humans, and maybe sometimes even just by machines. Produced by humans, produced maybe even through AI, but also consumed by machines. So the technical documentation for these companies is no longer just an asset that is there for end customers, for human beings who read that technical documentation, but also for machines to pull out certain pieces of that information, like from a data task or topic, to get certain information, how often they need to be maintained, or things like that. So would you say these kind of companies who are doing that, that have presented that data world in the past, are really ahead of their time, or is that something where I would say, no, a lot of companies are starting to look into that and using these kind of things?
Stefan, you're absolutely spot on when you mentioned about Anil saying that the technical content is no more getting used only by humans. It's going to be used by humans and machines both. And that's what makes the intelligent industry, different. So here, everything becomes multifold. The operational data flowing in from the sensors, service data coming from smarter autonomous products and providing real-time feedback, And there is also data that which you use to do very manually the design data, and the definition data, which was more manual and which was fed into standard or platforms, technical content platforms. Now, things like what Adobe is doing in the intelligent content management platforms, I think they are the biggest assets in managing the content, which is now coming dynamically from various places, process them in real time, and provide them in the output different formats in real time to different customers for different purposes. I think that is the greatest asset from Adobe that's coming through. I think I really appreciate that. And in terms of how the various engineering and various physical and virtual worlds are getting connected, we again have different experts within Capgemini who are actually managing this intelligent industry in different dimensions. So we have people coming in, and if so it's a really highly what can I say, expertised area, because in Capgemini we have, in the engineering itself, we have people who are core experts around semiconductor technologies. We have people who are core experts around digital continuity. We have people who are core experts about immersive technologies, and we have central core team around artificial intelligence, intelligent automation, and 5G today is a biggest asset from Capgemini. And you see 5G labs being established at different places, different countries, actually spiraling the innovation hubs for our clients as well as within Capgemini. That's how I can say. Yeah, I've addressed some of your.
Yeah, we actually have about 5 questions in the pod for the. So a few people were wondering specifically what level of person, what function in the organization would typically look to Capgemini and to engage you. So are we talking about technical writers? Are we talking about manual managers? Or are we talking about something at the VP or the C-suite? Who's your target customer? Who usually reaches out to you to engage with you?
In terms of technical content, Matt, we could easily imagine it will be either VP engineering or sometimes VP marketing. Okay. Sometimes it could be production managers or technical production managers, who are reaching out in terms of managing the content. But mostly when it comes to the immersive technologies, the stakeholders would be different. Yeah.
Okay. And then what are the biggest hurdles that people or organizations need to consider when they're going into the moving toward intelligent industry? Is it something involved with human resources? Is it simply a financial concern? Are there organizational concerns in terms of mobility or their future proof or their readiness for new technology? What are the things that your customers usually have to overcome in order to get where they're looking to go?
So combination of all, Matt, really speaking, but I would pick up on future-proofing the business. That's our tagline. That's where we say that, through intelligent industry, you not only, transform to the next level, but also future-proof your business in terms of where you want to be and how we want to visualize your business to be. So it applies both to the companies and the people. Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. And Rebecca was asking, when you're training, when you have a new customer, you've got new people that aren't perhaps as familiar with the intelligent industry concept. What concepts? What are the things aside from all the slides that you gave us today, or to kind of summarize? What are the most important concepts in order to begin to understand or start to practice the concepts of intelligent industry? What are maybe the best points that people could focus on to really grasp what intelligent industry is going to mean to them and how it's going to help them?
So I think I defined in a simpler way, the intelligent industry means harnessing the power of data. Okay, that's how I actually brought out earlier. And if
Okay.
you want to power the data, you have options either to go the innovation way or to make your
Hi,
products
Julian. Just
different.
wanted to check with you because your presentation starts in 5 minutes when you log in.
Sorry, Stefan, your mic's open.
Sorry.
Sorry, Chida. Go ahead.
I'll finish. Yeah. As I explained, in the beginning about the intelligent industry, I talked about intelligent industry means harnessing the power of data. Now it's up to the companies, up to the enterprises, whether you want to harness the power of data to foster innovation or to make new and differentiated smart products or improve your supply chains.
I tried to get Thomas on the mobile phone, but couldn't get through. So not sure how to reach him.
Okay. And Stefan, I think, may have taken off his headset.
Okay, hurry up. Thank you.
Or improve your customer experiences, Matt. So really, or combination of all. I mean, it really depends on you, how you want to really harness the power of the data in these dimensions.
Okay. Yeah. Collecting that information and then pushing it back out to the systems, to the people, and to the machines. Fantastic.
Yeah, and your intentions and your vision for either innovation or differentiated products or supply chains or customer experiences. Then you definitely pick different technologies to go there. Yeah.
Okay. And then Jared had a paragraph of text that he wrote that I won't bother to repeat for you because it was on one of your slides. But in a high-level way, can you explain how you used AI to enhance the quality of the maintenance manuals, to summarize, and what kind of human error did you avoid by going to artificial intelligence to enhance the quality of the maintenance manuals? What were the overall improvements within your content by leveraging artificial intelligence?
Yeah, Matt, I can answer it. I think the example that I quoted was about the allowable damage limits. Whenever it gets too complex, and when the procedure is very manual intensive, artificial, and also there is a bit of learning that you want to incorporate every time you want to exercise that repetitive task. We have found that artificial intelligence method works better than going normal intelligent automation way. For example, in the case that I explained, we adopted AI using deep learning concept. That means you will have the learning in the system for development of a tool using Python scripting. So this is something that people can use on their own. And what we solved was the problem that we solved was the hatching patterns, which were taking at least 6 to 10 hours to identify and complete. We are able to do that task within 15 to 20 minutes, and this was highly accurate when you get the output. So that click of a button, you would get the output. That's the kind of AI application that we got.
We like those stories. All of us like those stories.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Matt. Yeah.
Yeah, Stefan.